In western China, east of Kazakhstan, there is a geographical region called the Two-Rim Basin. This territory is suitable for nomadic farming, but not very convenient for agriculture due to the climate and landscape. The northwest and south of the area are surrounded by high mountains. Although the mountains here are quite gentle, they create natural boundaries for the region. Historically, this area was culturally and economically connected with neighboring Central Asia. The reason for such connections was the landscapes and the distance from medieval China by thousands of kilometers, which made direct control and influence difficult. Currently, this territory of China was finally transferred to the Soviet Union in the 9th year of the 20th century. The question arises, why did Stalin give up this land? Stalin's decision seems strange, as this land has important historical significance and natural resources. Why then did he refuse the extra territories? In the mid-18th century, during the peak expansion of the Russian Empire, the western outskirts of China, vassally dependent, often rebelled and resisted the authority of Beijing. The period of China's weakening coincided with Russia's strengthening, leading to difficult attempts to conquer the western territories, where the population rebelled and resisted colonial control. By the end of the 19th century, these outskirts were effectively self-governed, as the Chinese government paid no attention to the land unsuitable for agriculture. Despite this, the region held enormous strategic importance, as controlling it could threaten China's central provinces and influence the economy and politics. In the 1870s, the Imperial Russian Army briefly occupied the western part of this region, demonstrating its political and military interest in the territory. During the Chinese Civil War between 1927 and 1953, East Turkestan became a Soviet protectorate. The local independent governor was even given an official pass in Moscow, recognizing his authority and support from the Soviet Union. In 1944, the authorities of East Turkestan declared independence and requested to be admitted to the USSR as a Union Republic. However, after the victory over Germany, Stalin and Mao Zedong signed a secret agreement of non-interference in each other's internal affairs. In 1949, an Aeroflot plane carrying the government of East Turkestan crashed somewhere in southern Siberia after a visit to Almaty, presumably shot down. After some time, the Soviet Republic of East Turkestan peacefully returned to China, ending a brief period of independence. Why did the return happen? It is related to international treaties and political agreements between the USSR and China in the post-war period. Stalin issued a decree to create a Chinese region that he wanted to see as part of the Soviet Union. There were many significant reasons for this, including the desire to have a peaceful neighbor. The Soviet leader wanted the neighbor to stop spreading pan-Turkic ideology. An independent state did not provide such guarantees, and a new Union Republic was not needed. In Central Asia, the USSR already had enough territory. Therefore, creating a new Union region was considered a more advantageous option for security and influence. The USSR intended to use the help of the Chinese People's Liberation Army, which had already participated in the Korean War on the side of the communists. The desire to have a strong ally in the East and distrust of the people of East Turkestan also played a role in Stalin's decision. After long cooperation in 1942, the opinion arose that the USSR might lose. This increased concerns and pushed towards making a decision. The main reason was the recognition of the region as Chinese worldwide. An attempt at secession would have prompted aid from Western powers to China. As a result, the Soviet Union could have gained a strong and cunning enemy in the East, which was highly undesirable. Today, this story reminds us of difficult decisions in international relations in the Stalin era. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.